Hello, Leo. Welcome to another timeless general love reading. Please keep in mind it is general. It's not going to resonate with all of you. It's not a bad idea whether it does or doesn't resonate to check your moon and rising signs, as that gives you just a more well-rounded overall view of the messages that are all coming through. It is timeless, okay? So whenever you're prompted to come in and see this reading is when it's necessary for you to see the messages. It could be 6 months from when I upload it. It could be that everything I'm about to tell you today has already happened. Okay. Here we go. All right, first card out. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Nice. Queen of Wands. Now this could be you showing up in your own reading here, Leo. Could be your person. The Hermit, again, could be your person. That would represent Virgo. Death card, going through some transformations. Two of Wands. Now this card here is center of the spread, and it becomes part of your overall energy combined with the bottom of the deck. Hanged Man. Ooh. Five of Cups. Six of Swords. High Priestess. Nice. Okay, bottom of the deck. The Devil. Come on. The Devil. Okay. So, overall energy. The Devil combined with the Two of Wands. Okay, give me just a minute to take a look at the cards and get a feel for any messages coming through and the energy around them. Okay, Leo. I'm going to start with your overall energy. The Devil and the Two of Wands. The Devil is all about that connection between ego and intuition. And it almost is, in this situation, feels like a tug of war. You have made the shift, or you are willing to make the shift. You want to make the shift. I feel like there's a little bit of struggle. The Two of Wands is all about strategizing and planning and moving forward in something new. Because the Ace of Wands is all about the beginning, the planting of the seed. So the Two of Wands is the shifting forward, moving yourself forward, and planning and strategizing how you're going to move forward. But I feel like you're having a bit of a struggle between the ego and the intuition. Now you have a starting point of the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about family and blood ties, okay? This is blood family. That is your starting point. It's where you're at-ish, because like I said, time is an illusion. This is where you're headed, the High Priestess. It doesn't get any higher than this. Spiritually, intuitively, this is all about being connected and totally aligned with your inner being, in order to have access to those intuitive abilities, okay? All the other cards, from here to here, this is your journey from point A to point B. This is your overall energy around this journey, okay? Now, I feel like for some of you, the family is, it could be anything. It could be you and your immediate family. Now it is, in this deck, it's represented as blood ties. So it would be blood relatives. I feel for the most part, it could be anyone you would consider family, i.e. a wife, a husband, in-laws, children, then we get into the blood ties. Because the Queen of Wands in this deck, she is the goddess of joy. And I feel like you were happy have been happy within your family, whether it be your immediate blood family, blood relatives and you, or a spouse and you. And then you suddenly find yourself in a place of searching for the light, because you're in a place of darkness. So you're searching for clarity, because something is coming to an end here. And if we look at the spread this way, going down, you've got the family card, the death card, and the 5 of Cups, which is emotional loss and suffering. So for me, there's something ending when it comes to family. Now, it could be a marriage coming to an end. It could be your ties to your blood relatives are, I don't want to say coming to an end. When we start going through the awakening and ascension process and making that shift from 3D to 5D, we start to raise our consciousness to a higher state. And when we do that, our energy is such that we're not a match, or we're not in close proximity any longer to people that have been in our lives forever, it seems. Now, this could be a long-standing marriage. It could be parents. It could be siblings. It could be your kids. I lost my kids, both my kids, when I started going through the awakening and ascension process. We fought constantly because we were never at the right, or this, not the right, we were never in close proximity to each other energetically, and we repelled each other. So I had to walk away from my kids. I had to not be around them so much. I mean, you know, birthdays and Christmas, that kind of thing, we'd come together, but we were a close family. We were tight. So that broke my heart. But now that I'm in a better place, my kids have raised their vibration. They're in better places. We've come back together and we're closer than we ever were. So when things come to an end between you and especially blood family members, it's not necessarily an end forever. You know, we're all raising our vibrations. We're all raising ourselves into this higher state of consciousness. And once these people that are being left behind catch up to some degree, they can come back into your world. So, like I said, I'm not sure if it's a marriage, because this card does represent blood ties. So it may not be. Only you know. It's going to be different for everyone. But regardless, the energy here is that you were happy within your family, your own, inner circle, and then all of a sudden you're making a shift into 5D and you find yourself in the dark. Things start to end. You find yourself strategizing and planning and trying to figure out your next move or your next best move. And it's just, you're having to move forward. The Hanged Man in this deck is all about, you have to, if you want to receive something, you have to give something. It's about a balance here. And then if you want to keep that something that you want to receive, you have to let go of something else. When I first started getting the messages about everybody making that shift into 5D, the Hanged Man was all about a gift. You were being rewarded for all your work up to this point. You were being gifted with the ability to shift into 5D and live your life from a place of intuitive knowing, being connected and aligned with your inner being, and living your life through guidance from that inner being. But once you moved into 5D, or once you made the shift into 5D, you also were going to be gifted with your twin. But in order to keep that relationship or keep your twin in your world, you had to let go of something. And what you had to let go of was the old 3D way of being, the old ego way of moving through life. I feel like you're having trouble letting go of that old human being way of living. And it's causing, or going to, now here I want to say this. Some of you are here. This is where you're at when you see this reading and get these messages. Some of you are back here. You haven't even reached this point yet, but you're about to. Okay, so this is future stuff for you. For others of you, you could be here. So this is all that you've got coming your way. Okay, so, but I can't read it for all of you. Some of you, it's the future. Some of you, it's the present. And some of you, it's a lot of it has already happened. I can't read for all three. So I'm going to read just the way it's coming through, okay? Make it work for you. So there is loss, emotional loss, and you're grieving something. You're grieving the ending of something, whether it be, like I said, you've had to let go of your adult children because you just aren't getting along anymore. Maybe you've had to let go of your parents being around them because they just don't understand this shift that you're making. It is for the betterment of you and your life. Once you make that shift, and there is a learning curve. It's like taking on a new job. A job that is something you've never experienced before. You don't have the skills. You're going to have to learn everything once you take on that job. It's scary. We've all been there. We've all moved into that new position that we've never experienced before, and we don't have experience, and we don't have the skill and the knowledge, but we can learn, and we will be trained. It's scary, and there's a big learning curve. And it takes a while to get into it and get comfortable in it to where you can, shift into autopilot and just know what to do next. This is no different. But once you make that shift and you let go of the old 3D ways of thinking, being, doing, feeling, and you get used to being in 5D, it's heaven. It is heaven. This is you going through the emotional loss and suffering. This is one of those dark periods that we go through when we make these transitions. But you are transitioning to a new phase in your life, and that new phase is the High Priestess. High Priest, okay? It's general. So, like I said earlier, it doesn't get any higher than the High Priestess or the High Priest. That is such a high state of consciousness that nothing will take you down because you see it all coming. You just know. You'll have that knowing. And the world will literally be in your hands. It is trying, to say the least. But you've got this. You're Leo. You're the strength card. You have this strength. You have this inner strength to do this. You have no idea how strong you are. And once you reach this place, or even here, where you're just kind of transitioning toward this place here, this higher state of consciousness, this is when you realize, oh my God, you look back to where you were here, especially here, the hermit, being in the dark, searching for a light switch somewhere, anywhere. Look at where this is. In the dark, searching for the light, searching for the clarity, the knowing, the knowledge, the wisdom, the enlightenment. Look at that star. And look at this. It's on its way to you. It is on its way to you. Try to grow spiritually. There are many places on the internet you can go. You can buy courses that will teach you things. You can watch free webinars. Mind Valley is a really good place to go. That's a website. They sell courses on spiritual growth. They also have free webinars you can watch, and you will get a lot of information out of those webinars. I did it. Hay House, they sell books on growing personally and spiritually. They also have audiobooks. If you have trouble with reading and understanding like I do, I can read a paragraph 5 times and still not know what the hell I just read. So I do audiobooks. I need to hear it to understand what I'm needing to understand. Abraham Hicks is all over YouTube. That's an amazing place to start. Dr. Joe Dispenza, another amazing place to go. Another teacher that will teach you a lot and help you grow into this new way of thinking. He's on the thinking and the feeling part of it. And I guess, because of that, he's on being and doing. So, but Abraham Hicks too. There are ways to figure this out. There are ways to grow. If you go within and try to grow spiritually and personally as you go through this journey, this transition, it'll make it a lot easier. Okay, I think that is everything from that part of it. Now I'm just going to get a Synchronicity Oracle card for you. Just as for thank you, angels. So you are making this shift, Leo. You are. You're on path. You're struggling a little bit. You're finding it difficult to make this shift totally and let go of what you need to let go of. But like I said, keep moving forward and let go what you need to let go of, because especially if it's people, because they can come back into your life as they raise their state of consciousness and they reach a place of being more in proximity to where you're at. Okay, it doesn't mean it's a forever thing, and it doesn't mean you can't talk to them. I still talked to my kids. I still saw them, and at Christmas and on birthdays and stuff. I just didn't do a whole lot of day-to-day connecting with them because it kept pulling me under, and it pulled them under, and the fighting was just ridiculous. So do yourself a favor, just move forward. Know that everything can come back around to you as people, as they raise their own vibrations. It's not necessarily a forever thing. And this is the first card that came out and why I wanted to get you another one. Ask for help. Ask your angels, your guides, for help when you're struggling, when you're desperately trying to make your way through the dark. Ask for guidance. Meditate, Leo. I know everybody's getting sick of hearing meditate, meditate, meditate. Honestly, it is the one thing that's going to help you the most through this. You're not going to understand how it's helping you or why it's helping you. I still don't know how or why. I do it every day. I meditate for 20 minutes every day. You only have to meditate for 10-15 minutes and you're good. But make sure while you're meditating, you definitely are shutting down your mind. You are not thinking about anything. Just listening to the music or listening to the person speak if it's guided. And that's no different than just listening to music. Doesn't matter how you choose to meditate, as long as it allows you to not think anything. You need to shut down the thought process while you're doing it. And it's not a lot to ask, 10-15 minutes a day. And it's going to make everything so much clearer and easier for you. Now, the second card out is the ripple effect. We are here to make this a better place, and we are here to help others raise their state of consciousness. It's the ripple effect. What you put out, you get back. And what you put out helps others, right? And check this out. You will be or are astral traveling with your twin. So when you sleep, if you dream of your twin and you're together and you're doing stuff, you actually are together doing things. That's what astral travel is. You actually are traveling outside of your physical body while you sleep, and so is your twin, and you're coming together in space, doing things together. That's very cool, Leo. Very cool. Okay. Let's get a Just Ask Oracle card for you for further guidance. Thank you. Okay, looks like you've got 2 cards here. Yes, 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 yes. We already know this. We've already talked about this. Keep moving forward. Let go and just keep moving forward by leaving the past behind you. Anything in the past that didn't work out for us the way we had hoped or wanted it to, when we think about it or talk about it in the moment, we pull it into our now moment, our present. And if we keep pulling those not so good things from the past into the present, they become our present. And then they become our future. Things don't change. If you have a past that you weren't happy with, that you struggled in, if you don't want to keep moving forward with the same old struggles and pains and upsets, you have to let go. You have to stop talking about your past. You have to stop thinking about it. You have to forgive the people that need to be forgiven. Just let go. It's done. It's behind you. You cannot change it. It's over. Just keep moving forward. Now, you are definitely struggling with this shift to 5D. If you would like guidance, if you would like to find out what it is you can do, be, think, and or feel to get yourself aligned and properly moving forward so you can reach this high priestess or high priest state of consciousness, which will be amazing for you, Leo, amazing. Then click the link below. We'll go into my website, into the extended videos, and we will get the guidance you need in order to make this as easy and smooth as we can. Those of you that are going over, I'll see you over there. Those of you that aren't, I love you guys. I'll see you next time.